Okay, Sunny, so this morning I'm gonna make some bean, cheese, and jalapeno tamales. And I was gonna show you what exactly the consistency of the beans is supposed to be. So I have my jalapenos sliced, and I have my cheese already. I cut them in long pieces like this. That's like a half an inch. No, maybe a third, I don't know, a third cube, and as long as the cheese is, and I just use Colby, Monterey Jack and Colby, and usually I use sharp, but today I want, maybe that'll give it a little different flavor. And so I have my masa right there. These are the beans. So these are the beans. So what I did was I put them in the pan with the lard, some lard and some bacon grease for the flavor and some salt. That's all. I just boiled the beans in the Instant Pot with water. And then when they were done, an hour and a half later, I put them in the fridge last night. And then so this morning I woke up and I put a pan with some lard and about, good 2 heaping tablespoons, big spoon of lard, and then about 2 heaping tablespoons of bacon grease. And then I put the beans in. These are not the only beans. I took some out for later on today, but I let the beans continue to simmer and let them, the water, I didn't put any water in the beans, just the beans. And then just the little bit that was in there, but it wasn't much. And then, and I fried them up and I smashed them. Oh, they're coming off the tray. And so I put them on the tray to cool off faster, because the thinner it is and you spread it out, it'll cool off faster, but it's pretty thick. And they came off. They're over here on the counter. So it's like a paste, but they're still a little bit not as thick as I probably would like them, but they'll be okay. It's because they're still a little bit warm. Once they cool off, they get really thick. All right, so that's about it. And for the beans, so, and I put about that much in a tamal, and I'll show you how I do that. I won't use a spatula, I'll use a spoon. And then, okay, so let me get a couple more. I need some more hojas done. So with the hoja, I usually do a regular tamal about the width of my hand, from my finger from my thumb to my top, the middle finger, and then I tear that off. But with the bean, I do halfway. So here's where it is, and I go halfway, and then I cut that off. And because you want it to be a little bit roomy, because the beans are kind of fat, and then the cheese are fat, and so you need more. But I don't put it on the masa on the whole thing, just in the middle where that this spatula thing just fits right there in the middle, and then I just go down. I don't have to put it on the sides, because that's enough masa. Okay, so I need a couple more, and I have a spatula for you, so just need to get it to you. Okay. Because you just do like that and you're done, buddy. See? Okay. And you don't want too much masa, but you don't want it too thin either. But last night I made some, and it was good. It was perfect. All right. So I did put the 3.5 cups of lard in the masa, and it came out perfect. So you don't put 4, just put 3.5, and in the whole bag of the masa. Okay, and then you put your gallon of broth. But I use chicken broth, but I did run out of chicken broth. But I think I needed like a cup, and I just used the pork, and the masa tastes really good. And the masa has a lot of color to it too, so. Okay, so I think I'm trying to get 2 dozen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 more, and then I'll show you how I do the foil and wrap them up with the foil. They came out really good. The masa came out good, and I did do the chile ancho and the guajillo. I boiled them. I didn't have a lot of them, so I used what I had, and then I chew. Okay, so we're good. So let me put this back in here so we can move this out of the way. All right. Alrighty. So let me grab some foil. And I'll show you how I do that wrapping on the foil. So you want to get it at least about a little bigger than a 9 by 13. And then I cut it in half. I cut this in half because there's plenty to chew. Okay. All right, so I got half. So I have 2 dozen I'm making. So I put the foil here. So when I so I've got my beans. So you got your hoja. So you grab about this much, and you put it in. That might be a little much too. Okay, so that's good, about that much. And then I put a cheese, one of these cheeses right here, and then I'll put 2 jalapenos, 2 slivers, because I cut a jalapeno in about 8 slivers. And then you put that in there, and then you wrap it. And they come out a lot fatter than a regular tamal. So you do need that extra room of the hoja. So then I put it down like this because I'm gonna wrap them this way. All right, so, okay, there's 1, and then the bean. Oh, did you see the beans? So the beans, the cheese, and the jalapeno. Oh, I need a big one. All right. And then you wrap it and you put it down on your thing. Okay. And then you get another one and you keep going till you get your dozen. I do a dozen in it, but you know, if you didn't cut your foil long enough, you could just do 10 or whatever you want to do. All right, so here we go with, see how fat they are? I think they're very fat. To me, they are. They're fatter than the pork and the chicken. Okay, so there you go. There's the beans like that, the cheese, and then two slivers of jalapeno, and then you just wrap it. So that's 4. And so how I stack my tamales, when I do my tamales, I stack them. Right there. And I'll stack them with 5 on the bottom, 4, and then 3. And then I don't even have to count them. I don't have to keep counting them to see how many I got. So you go 5 on the bottom, 4, and then 3, and that gives you your 12. And that's how my mom would do it. So that's how I do it. All right, so you got your cheese and your jalapeno, and then you fold them over. So then you stack it right on top. So you're gonna put 4 on that one. I may run out of these beans. I don't know if I put too much beans. I mean, I have more, but I was just hoping to use this one. Okay, so then we got this one. Okay, that's 2 on that row. And then you have another one. Okay. And that's 3. Okay, so then the next row is gonna be 3, and you will have your 12. Okay, you have that. And then your jalapeno. And you got 1. Okay. And 2. And 1 more for the dozen. Okay, let me put the beans a little bit more on this one, not that much. That's good, like that. I'm gonna put a cheese and the jalapeno. This one was a red jalapeno. And then that's 3. All right, so then you get your foil and you bring it around and you go down with it and make it as tight as you can. Not tearing the foil. And then you put it in your pot, just like that. I haven't put my broth in, but let me show you how to. You just put them with them down like this in there, and they stand up just like that in the pot. See? They stand up and they don't fall over, and the beans stay intact. Okay? And then I'm gonna do 1 more bean, and with the other full half of the foil, this other half, I'm gonna do another bean, cheese, and jalapeno, and then I'm gonna do some pork, and then I'm gonna cook these. Okay? So just wanted to show you how to put them together with the foil and everything. All right? I love you, Papa, and when you make them, show me how you do it. Okay? All right, I love you. Merry Christmas. Bye.